Hi traders, it's E from MarketWizards.com, and it's about 8:30 on Sunday evening, the 25th of September, 2022. Reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. I just wanted to talk about a couple of things, some housekeeping, a couple of ideas. First of all, take a look at Friday's ideas, beginning of day, end of day, and obviously a lot in between. And I posted to a few traders that I'm spending some time with. And first thing in the morning, 6:58, I usually get in the room somewhere around 6:45, 7 o'clock-ish, and post my notes immediately, just get my brain in gear and see what happened overnight. And then at the end of the day, you can always refer back to it and say, what did I get right? What did I get wrong? And what about some of the things that would have been more helpful if I had observed? And probably the biggest framework that I use is something like the 16-day time frame. And I made that notation very early in the morning that 11,250 was our big pivot. Now, it has been said to me that no one knows, and while I agree with that, it does help to have an idea of where the ballpark is. So you need to have a framework, you need to have a market structure, and without knowing that kind of information, then you're kind of flying by the seat of your pants all the time, always trying to figure out little wiggles and what are they trying to do. But I had made this remark, it was a big pivot, and we know by empirical evidence that it obviously is, because at the end of the day on Friday, we had a gigantic end of day run, which were weeklies, in my opinion, taking profits. Also at the end of the day, I'd posted that the boxes 406 and 11,250. Currently, we're inside that box, and that's part of the system, is understanding these dynamics. So that's a little bit about where we were on Friday. I wanted to make a couple of housekeeping notes for those of you who own the system and have taken classes with us before. I'm thinking of doing a homecoming. It'll be a free event for traders that have invested in the system. And pick a night, maybe 5 o'clock or so, 5:30 after hours, where we can spend 30 to 45 minutes. And I wanted to review a few new trade ideas that we've come up with. Done a lot with the Orbo trade, the opening range breakout, and I wanted to share with you the rules and the setup. And then we've got a couple of other trade ideas, the N2 trade that I want to talk about, and then perhaps go over where we are, whether you want to focus on the emini S&P or the NQ, doesn't matter, or we can do both. And I'd also like to set up some kind of a Q&A for you, where if you have questions still about the system, where we could interact. And if you'll let admin at eminiwizard.com know, then I will certainly, if you can't attend, I will be happy to include your name in the private video so that you will also get a copy of it. So let me know about that. And then lastly, if you want to have a legacy Slack room where traders that share the same interests can get together, it won't be monitored, but I would certainly encourage you to work together, and I would certainly drop in and post some ideas here and there as well. So enough about that. I hope that creates a little momentum with some of you that still have interest in trading the markets. One of the fellows that I'm working with, not Brian, has helped me a lot with coding and fixing a few bugs in the e-widget, and he loves the NQ, and we have worked together and complemented each other very well with trade ideas and seeing things that the other person might not. I've got a new trader also that we're trying to help learn the system. And I encourage you to get involved and stay involved. I know life comes at you and you're busy and you're going a lot of directions, but truthfully, if you're committed to this business, then you'll make the effort and you'll put in your time after hours, after your work, and continue to learn the things that we are doing. For the general public, I wanted to mention that we have a a system that we offer. Prices are going to be going up on that at the end of the week. If you have been on the fence, and I know some of you have indicated, just give me another week or two, I need some time. It's really time for you to do something, or you're going to be obviously just like the market. The market, if you miss the low, market doesn't say, oh yeah, you meant to buy it, I know, half hour ago, so I'll let you get it at that price. Market doesn't work that way. And this is going to be the same thing. If you want it at this price, step to the plate now before it goes up. And that's not to put undue pressure on you. If you're not ready, you're not ready. But when you are, the going rate will be going up. For those of you who are tuned in tonight to the markets, this is the chart in play that we have identified for a few days, and I keep reminding our traders to find the chart in play. And all we do is scroll until we find the dynamic that says, oh, that's the one that's working right now, so let's use it until it isn't. And currently, this chart has nailed these last few rotations and right into that big pivot. So overnight, we're going to look at 328 should be a mid pivot that you should look at and keep that in mind. And right now, I think obviously just on general dynamics, we're going to look at that 350 range as an important pivot also right now, on a larger scale. So this is the chart in play, and then scroll and find your smaller time frames, obviously. And we can do this with the emini, we can do it with S&P, whatever you want. And so for those of you looking to reconnect and get a refresher course, we can talk about that if anybody's interested. But this was not to suggest anything other than let me find out where you are in your trading journey and see if there's any way I can help you. For those of you trading the ES, keep an eye on the 30-minute chart. This chart was gold. This is obviously the predictive pivots, PPL. And we noted on Friday that we're pretty tied to the bottom extreme too. So if you're a trader using the E-mini S&P, keep your eye on that chart. If you're using the system, you should have an idea of where we are and where the next key is. And obviously 3750 is a very big level in E-mini right now. So for those of you who have interest and would like more information, feel free to get in touch with admin@eminiwizard.com. Hope your trading journey is evolving in the right direction, and anything that I can do to help you, be more than happy to. All right, be well, everybody.